the fire rod, the hammer, the bow, the cane of Burna, cane of Samaria. Hey, Maroth.
Hi, Uncle.
Hi.
Okay. Wow. All right. So first chest we got here. Well, that'll be nice if we find the bow on Uncle, but that's a little meh to start off with.
Three crystals in the light roll on early check from Leyra.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. We won't know where our pendants are going to show up until we get a check in the Dark World. That's always kind of the worst. Like some of those long dungeons with weird branching paths are in the Dark World, and we're not going to get there for. Hey, there's your fire rod.
There's our fire rod, indeed. Well, it actually gives you full magic.
It does. It's the difficulty here is going to be farming bombs. Wow, out of 4 hits on both sides, neither of them have seen a single thing come out of the prize packs for the green guards so far. So we don't even know if they're holding bombs. We're up to 5. Wow, okay. That is the equivalent of 6 coin flips all coming up heads. Okay.
Yeah, no such luck so far.
Oh, man. So, if you manage to get something out of those green guards, it winds up being 8 bombs, so that's fantastic.
Leyra's still looking for that 8 bomb drop.
Well, hopefully you take out some more of these green guards, because typically you pass by them quite a bit. There's one more that you're forced to kill along the way here, but outside of that...
You have a whole walk back to get it as well.
It's true. Might see some tosses. You know, given that the first thing that comes out of the Green Guard prize pack is an 8 bomb drop, Leyra's having some real bad luck here heading down into Zelda's cell.
Another bomb drop on Kyong's side. Oh man, Leyra's still getting nothing.
That is...
I mean nothing.
That is rough. I lost count of how many guards have been taken down here. Not a single drop for many of them. That's ridiculous. Well, if this keeps up, Kyong will have the advantage being able to check the 3 chests in the back of Escape that you either require a bomb or require boots on your way out.
Some custom sprites in play right now. They were playing the Cactar from the Final Fantasy series, and Kyong, I'm actually not sure who that is.
I'm going to say I'm not entirely sure either. I probably should have looked that up.
This
is ridiculous.
This is disgusting.
Unbelievable.
Some might say this has never happened before.
I have completely lost count of how many green guards that is. That's ridiculous. Well, we'll see whether or not it matters too deeply in a bit once we find out what's hanging out on the... oh, Lord. Okay.
Just a paper plate in the dark room.
Well, that's the other half of what the uncle's supposed to give to us.
Well, something finally dropped something for Leyra.
Yeah, amazing. Thanks, video game. Leyra finding himself picking up small green pots on his way out here. He's kind of forced into this situation since he's been farming so much.
So this may wind up being somewhat of an early lead for Kyong if something's in this room.
Yeah, we're about to find out.
The silver arrows.
Okay.
It's not progression, but it's nice to have. At this stage, all these guys can do silverless again, no problem.
Yeah, it's certainly not what you want to be coming back for.
So if Leyra never comes back for this, it's really going to be okay.
That is nuts. I don't have another word for that. That is ridiculous.
The bummer is that Leyra's going to have no bombs walking out of here.
Yeah, unless that shows up somewhere else, it's going to be a little bit of trouble. At the very, very least, we know that there's not a glove upgrade back there. So this is not a long walk back. Powder's interesting. I mean, if we get the if we find the hammer around here somewhere, well, that's going to be okay.
Kyong doing what's becoming a more popular route, along with Leyra, they're going to skip checking the lumberjack spot. That's mostly because at this point, it's kind of not hard to read when you wind up having to get that spot. Sword in Lost Woods, by the way.
That's a nice spot for that to show up.
You find yourselves getting suddenly the Master Sword and Lamp very early, and the boots. You might wind up checking that later.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, you can always, if you wind up finding the boots, you're pretty much guaranteed to be able to route in a lumberjack check along with your bomb rocks check, so.
Leyra's still looking for bombs, trying the crab, no luck.
Yeah, tree pole and crab, just garbage. We do have a bee, though.
It will unlock one more location, as there's a bottle that comes with the bee.
Which, honestly, you can just discard the bottle. The bee is the big find here. Kyong's giving us our blinds hut check. We got 5 items to find in here. Well,
Early cape.
There's part 2 of the Aga set. We have ourselves a medallion. That was Quake, I believe. Yeah, that was.
Chat's pointing out correctly, that was 2 more green guards for Leyra. With nothing.
Amazing.
But Bombos and Quake down in Southern Hyrule, Leyra's going to just go ahead and buy his bombs.
I mean, once you get to this point, that's all you're left with. Now, come on. Ether in the well.
Moon Pearl in the well, though.
Yeah, well, I'll take it. Really wanted that ether, though.
Makes Faithful Bring a lot more appetizing.
It does. I hope some money shows up here for them. There's certainly no shortage of hearts early on.
Well, it depends on what the bee is. Is that bee a good bee, or is it a normal bee?
All bees are good bees.
Right, but some bees the trader will give you $100 for.
Well, I don't appreciate the discriminatory practices of the bottle keeper. All bees are good bees. Of course, you're talking about the gold bee. Yeah, if you let out the gold bee in front of the beekeeper, he gives you, what is it, 100 rupees?
100 rupees, 5 red rupees.
Yeah, that would be nice at this point. That combined with, well, I guess Yeah, we don't have the flippers, so an early Houlihan play is not impossible.
It's actually probably not a bad idea at this point.
Yeah, this has not exactly been a high money seed so far, especially with the fact that Leyra had to. I mean, it looks like both of them ended up having to go buy bombs. At the very least, Kyong is up to 10, and I'm gonna guess that's how he got back up there.
Nothing going on in the borders. Oh, the lamp on the race game. Kyong almost saves and quits out, but recognizing the lamp, gonna go get that.
Yeah, that is, I mean, this is not, for these runners, it's not so much a case of being able to do dark rooms as it is having a fire source that is just so much cheaper than the fire rod. Plus, in this specific case, the seed is kind of pointing towards Aghanim.
Yeah,
and you definitely don't want to do Aghanim without that lamp.
No. Those dark rooms are very hard. Okay, I'm gonna go down to Southern Hyrule, I would predict. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, this is pretty bog standard play.
The stun prize is a bomb.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip the dam for now. He's gonna head right for Minimorm.
Yeah, this is an interesting move. It's something you might do if you're thinking of rolling the dam into an Aghanim play later.
Later, I'm gonna check the dam.
Oh, and the book. So that makes that desert play even more attractive.
Yes, it does. That makes that desert play a silver glove away from possible. Leyra getting a Master Sword out of the dam, however.
Okay, well, we've added one to our Aghanim care package.
With the crystals being in the light world, that greatly reduces the odds of a pedestal seed.
Yeah, it is rough to wind up getting 3 pedestals all in the dark, or getting 3 pendants all in the dark world, and having them all be required for some other special item.
And Leyra's going to go straight for Agina's. Leyra has not yet gotten the book.
Yeah, this is a little bit rough. I mean, this is one of those risky plays that we were talking about earlier, you know, checking what's on the desert ledge, as well as checking Agina. Unfortunately, this one's not going to work out if he is thinking of heading back for Desert Palace later.
Kyong opting not the fake flipper. He's going to head right to Eastern.
And it's a choice between 2 dungeons you can't complete.
Yeah, and they're both crystals, so it's not like one has a better choice than another to dip into.
You're going to have to come back anyway, either way.
Oh, get the hammer,
Okay.
so that's Dark World access. Nope, not quite yet. Need silver gloves.
Yeah, we're waiting for one more. Now, this makes the whole Aghanim situation that much more difficult, because now we're just waiting for one item left before we have our Dark World access. Gosh, those things could be anywhere, and anywhere includes the Dark World. Actually, anywhere includes quite a bit of the Dark World now. It includes the Southern Dark World. If we make our way through Aghanim and then head south, there's quite a bit of stuff to check down there.
pretty much everywhere except for Darkness Mountain and the Village of Outcasts Zone.
I'm finding an immediate large key. Sorry, big key. What do I call it a large key? The big key in Eastern Palace.
It is large.
There's a whole lot. It is a very big key.
Well, there's one item, and it's a blue rupee. Everything but the Armos is in logic at this moment for Eastern. As the lamp was freely available. I wonder if Leyra fake flippers here.
I think that's what the leaving Ice Rod Cave is leading into here.
Yeah, I would think so too. Not enough money to turn in Zora, but maybe a little bit lucky on the fairy, and a mushroom that as the second of 3 items in Eastern.
Mushroom is interesting.
Most runners, especially at this level, really don't like turning that in early, but with the powder you can. You can use the mushroom to do a fake powder glitch to get the batter item. However, with the powder, there's no need for that.
Now, speaking of which, with that hammer now, Magic Bat is logically open as well, so we have a bunch of fetch quests available to us.
Now we're gonna check the man under the bridge. Just a piece of heart.
At this point, we have a likely incompletable Desert Palace. I mean, we can't get to the back of Desert Palace in the first place, but without knowing the status of those boots, it's sort of a double whammy.
Just a compass in Eastern, so there's one item left outstanding on Armos.
Yeah, that was... Unless there's something at that mushroom spot, that wasn't a particularly worthwhile trip.
I expect at this... Ooh.
Okay, so we're getting an immediate mushroom check, which is interesting.
Yes, Kyong doing a lesser-known fake flipper. Way to get up to the hut very quickly.
Well, we're going to see what's in these 2 chests inside the waterfall on Leyra's side. This can also have the potential to be interesting. A blue outfit and a blue boomerang.
Blue outfit doesn't seem to change the character art too much.
It's got nice new hair.
Yeah.
Dye job, I think.
Ice Rod up on the Zora ledge.
Hey, that's interesting. We have no idea how useful that's going to be quite yet. So Kyong's making this trip to Desert. Is going to be able to do a little bit more than Leyra was in the area. Leyra, on the other hand, is going to find that hammer and possibly move along to find what we now know is a pretty much useless mushroom.
Kyong getting his Master Sword, running in the dam. Green Pendant in Turtle Rock.
That is some fantastic news after finding out where the ice rod was. Oh, this game. It's fine.
This more than likely means you probably won't need the Green Pendant item. A lot of items required to get to the end of Turtle Rock.
It's going to be interesting to see what Kyong finds here, because basically all we've got at this point is whatever's in Desert, which has some potential since we found that book. Magic Bat, which, I don't know, feels pretty strong at this point. Just the fact that we managed to find the hammer and the powder right out of the gate, kind of feels like a big solid maybe. And then if that's not the case, I guess we're heading in the Dark World through Aga.
I'm going to do a check of Desert. This may very well be boots locked. Find out very quickly.
Yeah, we're still waiting on those gloves, though, to get to the back, so this is currently one item that we can check inside here, maybe more depending on what that item becomes.
Really hope that the one item is a small key here, because that opens up 2 locations. It's 3 bombs, so that's the end of Desert Palace.
All right, that's that thread done with.
Still have batter to check, and then at that point, I think you're going to Aghanim.
Looks like Kyong is saying no to the Mad Bat, heading straight for Aga. I mean, this seems smart, right?
You could run to the Sanctuary and pretty quickly get to the Bat. Because if this is a long time if you're wrong about this.
It is. I wonder, given the sort of plays we've seen Leyra do, if he's going to wind up heading to the Bat. And seeing if that is the saving grace that's going to keep this logic out of Aga.
This is an extremely vanilla Aga.
Yeah, you're in here with the Master Sword. It'd be nice if they had a bow. Bow would allow them to sort of get on top of some classic NMG strats. On the other hand, if you get in a tight situation, just bombos your way out of it.
We do know at this point is Zora is definitely out of logic, as that would require the Glove of the Flippers to get to him legally.
Oh, this is interesting. Leyra is not even saying that Desert is the play. Leyra is just going straight to Bat.
Well, we're gonna know.
So we are just about to figure out whether or not this play from Kyong is a time-saving play or a time-losing play. Kyong with fantastic fire rod strats. These red guards can be a bit of a pain.
You said Kyong is a master of execution.
All right, Bat. What are you hanging on to?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a required Aghanim scene. Scene?
Could have been interesting had we not found that bee earlier. Leyra, unfortunately, is going to say, we got to finish our other threads here first. We got to turn in that mushroom, figure out exactly what we have in Desert, possibly.
That's going to put Kyong with a pretty nice early lead.
Yeah, I have to expect that we're going to find... it's either going to be an interesting double dip into Palace of Darkness or a strangely actually hype cave.
This has to be one of the fastest Aghanim seeds I've ever seen. 24 minutes in and we're killing Aghanim 1.
Yeah, I mean, it just shoehorned these players straight into it. I got distracted. I was not counting the blue balls, but that seemed like a really fast.
I believe it was 3.
Okay, well, then I definitely wasn't paying attention because that was a standard length aggro fight.
Was 1? It was just 1. Okay.
Yeah, picking up that 50, like, this is a poor, poor seed. I mean, this poor Kiki the Monkeys was just about to bankrupt him if that 50 wasn't there. Pretty much.
Do you go into pod first, or do you go south? I know Kyong's going south. We have Pendant on Ice Palace.
Oh, that's a little nasty. This kind of makes sense, right? Hammer hasn't been useful yet, so may as well head down here first. It's not like you can use it in pod.
So Pendant on Meyer on Ice Palace, and the Red Sword.
Wow.
And the Silver Gloves. And the Hook Shot. And the Blue Mail. And the Bow!
There we go!
Ladies and gentlemen, the Hype Cave is back!
Ah, boy. That right there, that is the good stuff.
That makes pod doable right away. Kyong's hitting straight on up.
Yeah, I mean, go get your first crystal.
Yeah. That makes Desert Palace doable. That makes Tower of Hera doable. That makes Skullwoods and Thievestown doable. We are a mirror away from Swamp Palace.
Well, unfortunately, we definitely need those boots if we're going to make our way through desert.
Correct.
This is a ridiculous, like, suddenly, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Suddenly, 5 out of 7 of the crystals are available to us. That's bonkers. Zero to 5 in one cave.
0 to 5 in one cave. We are 3 items away from go mode.
The other crazy thing is, the only thing we need those upgraded mitts for is Ganon's Tower. Like, the 3 dungeons where that you know, in the vanilla game naturally come after Thievestown, which is where you're supposed to find those mitts.
Lara is trying to death warp, I suppose. Or is very... Yeah, that's what this is.
Found nothing in the back. Just go straight to the front and head up Aga. Makes sense.
This is definitely Kyong's race to lose at this point.
Yeah, that... Man, that farming and escape, that... Rarely seen something that ridiculous.
Lara, some pretty good execution there, remembering that he had a fairy in a bottle, dumping the fairy before he takes a death warp.
Poor Magic Bat. Alright, well, at least Leyra will be happy coming out of Aga hopefully head straight down to actually Hype Cave. What a crazy bottleneck. I mean, of course they were forced into it.
I just have to applaud Kyong's really bold play to jump right to Agony. It worked.
I mean, this point, like, if the seed forces you into there that much, there's got to be something in there. Leyra, unfortunately, running out of magic, is going to have to deal with these green guards. I was going to say the old-fashioned way. Well, these ones have been dealt with the old-fashioned way. The other ones, I mean, if you got that hammer and you can do tempered damage, why not?
Kyong, having the big key, he's going to head straight into the dark room, I would predict.
I mean, it makes sense. This is one of those rare situations, you know, Hammer Yump saves you a lot of time in NMG. It can save you a ton of time in Key Sanity. In regular standard mode and open mode, it rarely comes up.
No, it usually, the only reason it does is for this exact situation. You happen to have the big key in one key.
Yeah.
So you don't have to walk through the area twice.
It's a weirdly lucky situation you have to be in. Especially when you don't have the mirror. It's really nice. It saves you those 2 trips through there.
There's all the money. Bulbasaur was hiding it.
Of course. Well, it was bound to show up at some point. Is this not a small key? Yes, it is. Okay. Okay, yeah. Going through the Harmless Hellway, I guess, is a little bit faster this way.
It's with no mirror, yeah, it's fine. We gotta hope Leyra goes straight down to Hype Cave here.
Yes, I wasn't watching quite close enough to see whether or not Pod was bow locked on Kyong's side. If it's not bow locked, then heading straight to Palace of Darkness would be a huge problem. He's taking out the hammer. He's heading down to Hype Cave.
He's heading down.
So that's good.
Kyong's gonna wind up about a dungeon ahead after all is said and done.
Yeah, I mean, a dungeon ahead is... Gosh, that second trip through the back of Escape, plus a couple of other... You know, Leyra did have that one big play into fake flippering that didn't really work out either.
And the desert routing.
That's true. Oh, we get to see this cave again. Oh.
That's really nice. It's a good feeling.
Man, it's beautiful. I can only hope I have a seed like that someday. But I won't, because this is the only one.
Leyra's got to realize he's got to go up and right. There's only one item. There's 2 items you can get going left right now.
No, he's out.
He's going left. He's going to be able to get the Grove, and he's going to be able to get the digging game, but that's unless he gets the gold gloves or a mirror, that's going to be it.
Yeah, he'd be lucky to get either of those here, because otherwise he's heading his way back to Palace of Darkness, and we really didn't see anything interesting in there.
Kyong getting his first crystal, and a major crystal at that. Nope, you don't have the mirror, Leyra. You can't check that. Wonder if any of this is tilt.
Well, it's got to be... I mean, it's rough coming out of Aga post 30 minutes, especially this far up in the tournament in the top 32. You gotta be thinking to yourself, like, this game sent me all over the place, and it gave me some fetch quests. It sent me to Magic Bat. It gave me the mushroom. It gave me the book. You gotta be thinking to yourself, after all that turned into junk, and I went up Aga Tower.
Well, actually, speaking of fetch quests, Leyra's probably actually going to be heading up towards Village of Outcasts now with the Silver Glove, so he can do that side too.
I mean, that makes total sense. Like, do that along the way, and then you've got 2 crystal dungeons over there. No, this is the trip over to Pod, I think. Probably Eastern first, and then Pod.
Yeah. I don't know if I love this play, because you can do Skullwoods and Thieves Town and maybe get your mirror.
I don't know, it's rough. I mean, we're talking about 5 crystal dungeons that are instantly open by that. Like, making that decision of which to go to is... It's a bit of a head scratcher. But I mean, this is 2 that you can knock out back to back.
Yeah, but you could do the same out in Western Dark World, and you'll have more shots getting a mirror, so you don't have to run back and forth like this.
At the very least, it's progression.
Yeah.
I'd be thinking that.
Two items in Skullwoods, 4 items in Thieves Town. Kyong's almost definitely going to go do Skullwoods first.
Yeah, I suspect we're going to see a Skullwoods move that into Bumper Cave, Ledge, and then head down to the Village of Outcasts. Ton of stuff to find here.
No, unless you get the mirror, I don't think you're going to go up towards Ledge.
You wouldn't be able to go to the Graveyard Ledge, but
right.
Bumper Cave.
Oh,
Ledge.
Bumper Cave Ledge, yeah, of course. I just don't think you head up that way without the mirror or go at all.
It's rough making that choice without having those boots. It's also rough thinking when you're going to get back there.
Well, Kyong might play chest density here, and there's one item speaking of chest density.
Getting a ride from the hand.
Mm-hmm. He has not bothered doing the front, and this is actually pretty good routing here, because you get 2 items from the back, don't you do the front? He's already got one of them.
Yeah, you're hoping that works out. What would be fantastic, I think, at this point for both of these runners is if those gloves decided to, or if those upgraded mitts decided to stay away as long as they possibly could. If we don't have a reason to go into a pendant dungeon, the best possible reason is that we can't.
If this winds up being a pedestal seed, this would be one of the roughest pedestal seeds you can get.
Yeah, it would be... What would it be? It would be mirror, right? That's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it.
Or boots.
But the 3 dungeons you have to do to get pedestal are not short.
No. Nice big key. That actually does work out, like you were saying, for that routing, you know. You make your way back. You're heading that way anyway. You're heading to the casts. Why not?
I'm wondering if Kyong will probably check the first chest. The chest in the back. And there he goes.
Yeah, it's a little rough having a death warp out of there, but the seed really hasn't given that much yet in terms of health, so works out.
Oh, Kyong's not out to walk.
Fair enough.
Probably about the same difference at this point, especially with blue mail.
Well, unfortunately, Armos Knights weren't hanging on to anything of interest, so that trip, plus this trip into Palace of Darkness, really isn't going to turn into anything for Leyra, besides 2 crystals, which is not the worst. Interestingly, Pod is also one of our 5-6 crystals, but we really can't access the other one right now, so...
We're gonna have to do the not Lair. Kyong gonna have to do the bomb jump here. Nothing for it.
I do love that little spin strap that Leyra did off of the Helmosaur, holding the sword out in front of you while you're pushing that statue. You let go of it. The Helmosaur sort of gives you a little boost up towards the door. It's those tiny little things that you can save time on in this. And a lot of tiny little things that you don't even get to do in a lot of the vanilla runs. Sort of fun randomizer only thing.
No items of note in Skullwood, so Kyong gonna head on down to Villager Outcast and Leavestown. Or head north.
Yeah, there's nothing there. I'm thinking the big play at this point is going to end up being to Death Mountain.
Doing a right quick check of the bumper cave. Ether!
Oh,
is he going to go get that? He is going to go get that. I don't know. That's... Maybe the thought process is the green pendants on Turtle Rock, so maybe I just need to make sure I have a way in there.
I don't know, but that's as much of a thing that you don't want to see as the flute.
I mean, it's also all of the 20-second move. Oh, those anime birds giving me a little bit of trouble. There we go.
Yeah, it's... I think the percentages say that going up there to get it is probably a time loss in the end, but...
Being wrong is a much bigger time loss.
Oh, man. Being wrong would be a huge time loss.
Yeah, nothing for Light World Death Mountain. The entirety of Light World Death Mountain is in Logic at this point. But if you can avoid going up there without having the gold gloves, you might want to do that.
The entirety of Light World Death Mountain and Spike Cave to boot. Both of them managing that hammer yump very nicely.
The red shield for Kyong.
Gosh, it's crazy. Like, after that hype cave, there's just been nothing.
So
It's
far, there's still many, many, many places open to check.
It's just been nothing after nothing. I sincerely hope there's something here in Thieves Town. It would be interesting seeing Thieves Town give our runners some other direction to go in besides Death Mountain.
In case you're just joining us, we are definitely boots locked thanks to Desert Palace, so the boots are required.
Yeah, it's a rough situation. We have everything that we need to get into everywhere, except pretty much for Desert Palace and Swamp Palace. Desert Palace and Swamp Palace still elude us a little bit, as well as, boy golly, once we've actually finished all of those crystal dungeons, we don't have that mid upgrade to get into Ganon's Tower yet. So that's also a problem.
Yes.
I think that's the last possible thing that Kyong wants to see here out of Thieves Town. That would be a rough find, to find that glove upgrade and nothing else.
It opened up a lot of locations on Death Mountain, but you really want to see if you can route that last.
Yeah, unfortunately, it opens up a lot of locations, and none of them really bring you to a crystal. Kyong with some interesting safety strats here, down to 1 heart.
Yeah, I believe he does have a ferry.
Yes, he does.
He's about to get another one.
You want to use it, if you can at all help it. Here we go. Hellway provides.
Oh, it is a gold bee, by the way.
It's a lovely bee.
It is a lovely bee.
All right, Blind, what are you holding on to? That, not that interesting.
Alright. Last time we'll be on Blind itself.
Alright, come on, Blind. Give us something interesting. Make it so that this entire trip to Skull Woods and everything else in between and beyond wasn't a ridiculous, complete bust. Except for 2 crystals. 2 crystals are nice. Crystals are very nice. But everything else was garbage.
We're gonna head on over to our Predict Skullwoods and Thieves Town. Kyong still has the southwest portion. Oh, the gold sword.
That's not...
It's nice.
Huh. It's not terribly useful. I mean, it'll be nice later, I guess. And on the other hand, the fact that both of our runners are 100% guaranteed to pick it up makes it a little less interesting. Wow. Okay. Yep.
Nope.
Complete
Kyong's
garbage
got
town.
the southwest locations to check still. I believe he was going to do that.
Yep. Going to find his disappointing prize stuck in the ground. And then head over to the Dark World version of the Grove where he can't use it without the mirror. I gotta think mirror is up on Death Mountain. That's That's my hot guess right
I
now.
think
I'm
everything's
putting
up
it
at Death
in.
Mountain at this point.
Yeah,
I think we're going to be in go mode at the end of Death Mountain.
Paradox Cave is going to be second hype cave.
We just doomed it to have like 30 arrows and a green rupee.
Yeah, this is going to be a dumb seed where everything that was needed to finish the game was neatly divided between two dungeons, or two caves rather. It's just like, let's take half of the important items and just shove them in Hype Cave, and let's take the other half of the important items and just toss them in Paradox Cave. And we're done.
Alright, well, we're going to be climbing the mountain.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else interesting to do unless he decides to clean out Eastern Palace, which, okay, here we go.
That's what he's going to dig first.
Well, it's a good thing you can't dig up a third shovel. It's an interesting play when, Death Mountain's open. I guess he's thinking, if the glove upgrade is here. But no.
Nope. Now we're taking a death fort.
Yeah, kind of the same plan here. Head to the back, clean out the items, take your death fort.
Kyong's going to go clean up Armos.
Yeah, this makes sense. I mean, you're going to have to head back there anyway.
While the runners are retracing each other's steps, I want to give a big shout out to our tracker, Merc249. This would be really hard to follow without you. Thank you.
Yeah, I hear this is the big 5-0 tracking.
50 games.
An exciting milestone. I don't think I've done anything 50 times. I get bored. No, that's not true. Yeah, absolute shout-outs. A 100% tracking champ.
Clara making sure.
All right, we have to assume that Leyra's just going to be retracing steps in the exact same way. Might even grab whatever's hanging out on Bumper Cave.
Also, should mention, in September, Speed Gaming is doing its first ever live event. It's going to be Reston, Virginia. I believe that's where AGDQ is done as well. Suburban Washington, D.C. We're going to have a cash prize tournament for Link to the Past Randomizer open mode.
I am super excited to not qualify for it in any way.
No, but I would love to be. I think I'm going to be able to go. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I should figure it out, actually. Gosh, seeing some of your folks' faces would be just so lovely.
It's the same. Is that the venue for AGDQ? I'm not sure.
So do you go in, Leyra? No. Leyra is gambling that's not necessary.
It's close. It's in Herndon, actually, Virginia. HDQ just learned.
It's definitely in the United States somewhere.
That's correct. Both in the DC area. Okay, I'm heading up to Death Mountain. The thing about killing Aghanim is that it makes the light world a little bit harder. As it adds a bunch of extra enemies.
Yep. That's where we get the classic Usain Bolt, which is those red guards, specifically the one red guard that you have to deal with in No Major Glitches run. They're ridiculously fast. If you get caught by one of those red guards and he starts running after you, there's really not much of a chance that you're actually going to be able to start up a dash and do anything meaningful with it. Until you get to the next screen, and they forget that you exist. They are not very good at their jobs.
They hit their heads.
Yeah.
They don't have a lot of short-term memory.
We call it Metal Gear Solid Normal Mode Syndrome.
Yeah.
We got a swag net on top of the on top of Spectacle Rock. We are probably never going to see that picked up, but we can say hi while it's there. Okay,
that's all right. That's okay. That's okay. I've dealt with that bedrock enough to know where it's okay and where it's not okay.
Oh man. That's, there's a couple of situations that are rough with this. One of which is if you don't have the boots, dealing with those dead rocks can be an unfortunate situation. Not wanting to menu out and go to something like your hook shot is also another situation where they can cause some trouble.
Here's up for Paradox. So far, nothing. Still nothing. Still nothing. Still nothing.
Okay.
Loser.
That hot Paradox Cave prediction has turned into a not Paradox Cave prediction. So I think at this point we're looking at Hera, possibly Spike Cave, possibly something in Spiral Cave, possibly something on the Ether Tablet. That'd be neat.
Yeah. Got all of Hera to do. Got Spiral to check later too, but you want to take care of the Hera first. Believe it or not, we're somewhat running out of places to go.
Yeah, this is getting down there. I have to book for a reason. Possibly to get into Desert Palace. Possibly to have $20 fall out of the sky onto our heads. Fantastic.
Literal pennies from heaven.
Good stuff. Man, these dead rocks are giving me anxiety. Like falling into place exactly where they need to be to let Kyong through.
Yeah, we still check Zora himself.
Yeah, that's right. We have only just recently managed to make it up into the 500, 600 rupee range.
And with the myths, they're now in Zora's now in Logic.
Yeah, wow.
Not necessarily the waterfall cave, just Zora himself. I don't believe Catfish has been checked either. Never a place you really want to check until you absolutely have to.
No, that's a rough one. Like, no mirror, no boots, no flippers. just an out-of-the-way location. God, remember when there was progression in Hype Cave and then another half went by?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a really exciting moment.
Half hour of crystals and not a whole lot else. Come on, Moldorm. Give us the goods.
Let's see if that tile room is necessary. Nope. But nothing there either. Spiral Cave, Spike Cave. And then we're gonna get some long walks to make.
Okay, so I mean, at this point, you do Spiral Cave, and then when that turns into nothing, you do Spike Cave, and then when that turns into nothing,
some long walks.
Oh boy,
this is a bizarre seed.
Yeah, it's like the seeding algorithm just stepped into Hype Cave and tripped and fell, and just a bunch of stuff fell in there, and then it was like, oh shoot. Lair catching up with the Death Mountain play that has yet to turn into anything interesting.
Save and quit. I believe we're going to go to back up Mountain Cave. Nope. We're going to go to... He hasn't checked Ice Cave. Ice Rod Cave.
Oh, that's right.
So I think he's going to route Zora in with that, yeah.
Well, Zora would be interesting. I mean, what do we have at this point? We've got Zora, we've got Spike Cave.
Skip Spike Cave with the save and quit point. It doesn't... Well... That's a long walk.
It's not that... I mean...
Oh, no, that's right. You'll have to go around. Yeah.
It would have been much worse to do that first. And as a matter of fact, if Leira's got the old thinking cap on, might decide to do Spike Cave right now. Because you can just save and quit.
Very true. But no.
Nope. Okay.
Kyong doing fake flippers. He's not being told he did check Ice Rod Cave.
Alright, well, Kyong going for the fake flipper play is going to give Leira a tiny bit of chance to catch up a little bit here, provided that Zora doesn't have anything. If Zora is hanging on to something important, then that is a different story. Yeah, Kyong's got to be thinking after Eastern was nothing, and Harrow was nothing, Pod was nothing, and Thievestown was nothing, and Skull Woods was nothing, and Death Mountain was nothing. He's got to be thinking that a couple of these threads that he missed, like this, or Magic Bat, or the Ice Rod Cave, he's got to be maybe panicking a tiny bit, thinking to himself, gosh, what did I miss?
He still made that early play. He's probably still feeling pretty okay about himself. That early agony play that worked out so well.
Now he's probably looking at that ice rod and thinking, oh dear, am I going to have to do anything with that?
Well, it being there and not reachable right now is probably okay with Kyong.
Yeah.
Alright, Zora, what do you got?
Oh,
He just mugs Kyong there.
classic. classic life lesson.
Yeah, other people call that a life lesson. I call that robbery.
I mean, well, in the original game, it is a contract, but in this, no words are exchanged. It just takes $500 from you and leaves you with 20. All right, Spike Cave. Seed has given us the runaround for long enough. What is that? I always love that when you get hit on by the flames at Tower of... it kind of reminds me, because you get a hit on both sides and the flames are blocking the thing, and it kind of looks like in Zelda 1. Oh my goodness, where's the thing?
So catfish to check. We still have I think that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, Kyong gonna wisely use his castle warp.
Yeah, this is a catfish. This has got to be a catfish check.
I have a horrible thought.
What's that?
Catfish is gonna deliver a flute.
Oh. Catfish gives us a...
Well, no, that doesn't. The flute doesn't do anything for us.
Yeah.
Could it be flippers? No, right? This has to be boots or gold, right?
This has to be something.
This could be mirror.
For the sake of where this seed could go, I sincerely hope this is not the gold gloves. Titan's mitts? No, thank you.
Titan's mitts? Yes, thank you. What a seed.
Remember like 40 minutes ago when we were like, wow, it's a great hype game. Oh, man. Okay.
What a seed. Alright, well, Kyong's gonna head on up to Dark Death Mountain. Or he's gonna go straight to Turtle Rock.
Well, that'd be interesting. I mean, he's going to take the Turtle Rock portal for sure. He knows he can open it 100%.
Up at least, yeah. Oh boy, that also opens up the longest version of the Smith in the Purple Chest.
Yeah. I mean, this is the #1 play just by chest density. This is 6 chests that we can get really quickly.
Well, there's Ether.
No. Oh no. Okay. Oh no. Oh, for Leyra's sake, we'd better hope that that just never gets entered.
Alright, here's the Hookshot Cave. Was there anything on the floating island? I didn't really get a good look.
No, floating island wasn't interesting. How often does the red cane show up in here, though?
Oh, why did I say anything?
Is there anything else you wanna...
What is wrong with me?
Alright, so Fentalis, please tell us what's in the next chest.
It's just the Triforce is going to be on. It's going to be right there on Laser Bridge. It's got. You know, no Ganon required. Just open up last chest Laser Bridge. There it is. Triforce. Good.
Plus side, another B. So things are looking up.
Yeah. We are up to 2 Bs.
Well, here goes Turtle Rock.
All right. Okay. All right.
Oh, the Mire area is totally open too, so that's great.
Well, Leyra is making the right play here. This is where he's going to find his Titansmiths.
I have a dark thought.
Uh-huh.
Last chest in Laser Bridge has the flippers.
I mean,
The boots are vanilla.
this is something some of us were discussing earlier. Turtle Rock has the chance. Turtle Rock is one of those places that can just easily turn itself into a forced double dip or a forced triple dip. It can get pretty bad, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Can't check Mimic Cave.
I mean, at this point, there's got to be something in here, right?
Well, that food now opens up the Mire area and Misery Mire. All right, Fantalis, what's in this next chest? Just let us know.
My dignity. That's where I left it. Well, this is going to be rough news for Leyra. Finding that red cane right there.
I don't know.
Oh, come on.
I don't know what's going on anymore. I give up. I don't know
Oh man,
how Leyra can catch up.
It's good stuff. Okay, well, this does nothing to our worries about pedestal. Like the same stuff that could have been on pedestal can still be on pedestal, and now just
short of Kyong experiencing an execution disaster, which I think we both agree is pretty not likely. How does Leyra catch up here?
I don't know. Like, Leyra possibly catches up if this entire flute/ped business is just a complete red herring, and Kyong follows it.
Well, my only thought is Leyra can catch up if there is nothing in the rest of Turtle Rock at this point, and Leyra just gets the flippers and leaves.
Well, he's definitely heading in the right direction. I think this is going to be him grabbing ether medallion, plus doing another couple of things in the neighborhood.
Leyra's not even necessarily doing too much wrong to be behind. Just Kyong is hitting a lot of gambles and playing perfectly.
Yeah, I think Leyra's been taking some risky plays that just haven't really paid off very well.
He took one non-risky play that definitely didn't pay off.
Yeah. All right, what do we got hanging out on Laser Bridge is the next question, I guess.
Laser Bridge is in Lodge? Guess it is. They have the cape. Okay. Sankart.
Bootsless laser skips.
I haven't... Blue goo? That's all the bottles. I haven't been counting items. I don't know...
Yeah, I missed that.
And the compass. Kyong got the compass and the map, so there's got to be an item on
yeah.
Trinex.
That's not a great thought.
No.
Well, we're gonna get the hammer pegs check over here on Leyra's side. I mean,
I think we're getting it on Kyong's side too.
he's definitely gonna turn on that flute. It's gonna be a question of what he decides to do after that. Also, what is down here? Just a quarter heart. Okay, well, an hour and 17 minutes into this race, Kyong is playing our beautiful national anthem for us. Thank you so much.
The swag duck coming on out. And Kyong's gonna head on down to the Dark World.
Yeah, this is it. He's following the... He's following that flute.
Yep. Sometimes you just gotta listen to the seed.
Sometimes indeed. Well,
Even if the seed says nothing for huge stretches of time.
Okay, well.
No mirror, he's gotta go in.
Alright. Well,
Nothing from the blacksmith.
this is a bit of a make or break play for Leyra. There's either going to be something very interesting or this is going to be a time sink on Kyong's side.
I'm almost wondering if it would have been wiser for Kyong to just take the time to take a quick peek at the pedestal.
Yeah, I'm having that concern as well. I mean, without the boots, still. Oh my goodness, without the boots, still.
That's a great wizard room, by the way.
Oh, yeah, that was a fantastic Mire too.
Basically, the shortest form of a 2 cycle.
Oh, this is a rough situation. We know exactly where to beat all the pendant dungeons. We cannot say the same for the crystal dungeons. This is silly. Meyer, just with Meyer items so far.
Yep. Only 2 items in Meyer.
Yeah, the funny thing is, though, that even though there's only 2 items in Meyer, the fact of the matter is that, like, if the game gives you everything that you need to go to Myra, that represents it represents so many items. Oh, well,
there's one of them. That's not a useful one.
Okay. This just got a little bit more interesting. We have to find either mirror boots in here. Everything else is garbage.
If you get a second item and it's useless, do you think Kyong just leaves?
Well, this is where your point of checking the ped first would have come in handy, because having to backtrack your way through this entire dungeon again...
a huge time sink.
Yeah. We got hope on Leyra's side that he doesn't leave immediately after flute. He might decide to risk it, feeling a little bit behind.
Vanilla big key.
Of course. I mean, I guess if you don't have the mirror anyway, you may as well hit it. Alright, so 2 more chests and something on the boss. And like you said, if we find the item out here...
There it is, and it's nothing.
Oh no!
And Kyong's gonna do it.
Oh no! Oh. I mean, this is obviously he's thinking ped at this point, and he's not wrong.
No, there are two items that could be on ped. There are still 3 items available in Ice Palace. Cannot proceed in desert or swamp.
So yeah, this is exactly what we were talking about earlier. Like, this entire Meyer play might be a gigantic red herring. If nothing is on the ped, we know that the 2 items in here were nothing. The entirety of that flute might just be a complete red herring. The correct move might have been Ice Palace. It might actually still be the purple chest. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. I have to say, on a personal note, this is probably one of my favorite seeds I've ever seen.
This is this is a top 32 race. We are at 1 hour and 24 minutes in. We don't even know where the stuff is that's required to beat 2 of the dungeons. Like, for a top 32 racer, a good average time is somewhere around the 90-minute range. And this seed just says no.
The plus side, this might give Lyra a slight opportunity to catch up. Oh, he has the flute.
Yeah. So, is this a ped check? Is the question.
Yes.
Absolutely. All right. Oh, get your excitement ready. Actually, don't get your excitement ready because. Ped never delivers. Ped never delivers until it does.
Heard here first, Frontalis just said Ped never delivers.
Well, prove me wrong.
Yeah. Oh! Kyong retakes the lead. This is a pedestal required seed when we were 4 items away from go mode a half an hour.
Pedestal required. Forced double dip of Turtle Rock.
Oh, and it being the mirror is not
Worst
the greatest
possible item.
because man, that just opens Swamp Palace before you get anywhere else. Well, you can't get into Swamp Palace actually, so you gotta clear. You're playing games in your head now of do I go for the Ice Tea chest in Ice Palace?
Just for those who are curious, what "isn't your reflection so pretty" on the pedestal means, that's where our mirror is.
Kyong gonna get his ice rod. He's gonna head on right back down to Ice Palace, I predict. The mirror unlocks so many plant locations, and there's still. It's not the go mode item. They still need the boots.
Yeah, I mean, this doesn't even guarantee a go mode Swamp Palace.
No, absolutely not.
I mean, doesn't guarantee a go mode Swamp Palace. This doesn't guarantee a go mode Ice. Speaking of which. Well, the first point of sync that we've had.
I have it right now.
If boots are in here, this is going to be. Gonna be weird.
You know, for a horrible second there, I thought Kyong's game crashed.
Let's not say things.
No. No.
We've already predicted enough things for today. I'm off of prediction duty. I don't want to know where the boots are. I don't want that kind of premonition. Just
you have a gift in this seed, man.
No, that's not a. It's a.
That's literally a commentary, of course.
Yeah, some bad things have happened, and I feel like it's my fault.
Oh, a rare small error by Kyong, missing a bomb jump.
Let's layer ahead for
He's
the
got
dungeon,
this time,
but still.
Yeah, Kyong is still a dungeon ahead with the mire completion.
dungeon ahead and some knowledge ahead as well.
Yes. If Leyra gets just the boots and leaves here, that's pretty over.
Yeah, we have to hope for his sake that the boots don't show up here, which is, you know, in his mind, a worst case scenario for this, what is clearly a gamble on ice. It never feels good not getting anything out of ice. You know? Especially pen and ice. You go in, you're like, this is not the play. And then you finish it and you're like, this was not the play.
We still have an iced tea room that can have an item.
How many have we seen so far? One?
We've seen 50 rupees, yes.
That's two.
Kyong opting to do the drop route. If I'm not mistaken, didn't Kyong also program that Zelda Randomizer route simulator?
He did.
I love that thing.
It is. Shout out to Kyong.
Yeah, big shout outs to that.
That is, if you want to improve your game, oh man. Yeah, there's all three items, and that is. So yeah, Leyra taking the gamble. I mean, you got to take the gamble at this point.
It's called the Z3RSim.com. Check it out.
Yeah. Two best ways to improve your game. Improve your execution, the small day-to-day stuff that improves your ability to move throughout this game, and improve your routing. And
that's 3 items.
Oh, that's 3 items. Yeah. For some reason, I counted the 50 rupees twice, even though that's not a thing that can possibly happen.
That would be 100 rupees.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Half magic right before Cold Stare would be nice if they didn't have the butter sword.
And bombos. What a fight. Both are runners. What a fight.
Yeah, beautiful. I mean, butter sword. You just power right through that.
It can still get away from you.
It certainly can. You definitely do have to manipulate him into the corner, but once he's there. All right, well, Kyong happens to know exactly what he needs to do. And what he needs to do is head back to Trinex. That slow, bootsless.
Well, it's not hookshotless. It's not so horrible. Oh, boy.
There it is. The Dead Rock Troll.
What if the boots are in Mimic Cave?
No, I've specifically not been saying or alluding to the entire concept that could happen. I have never seen a forced triple dip into Turtle Rock. So let's
If I could bet on this, I would at this point put money on a forced triple dip into Turtle Rock, just because you said you'd never seen it.
Well, at least we have missed out on the required quadruple dip of Turtle Rock, which I have never seen, and hopefully nobody has ever seen, because
I've definitely seen a triple dip in Turtle Rock before.
oh man. It's like the only good thing about this. The only good thing about this is the fact that they started off with the fire rod, making the required quadruple dip impossible. Other than that, though, boy, Turtle Rock, fair game. Oof.
We're going over, the chat's mentioning a fun fact. The rupee from Zora is still on the ground. It's supposed to be the flippers, so the game can't have it despawn.
Oh, Leyra, you've been seriously dead-rocked. That's
a rough place for it, yeah.
Why do they work like that? Like, everything else in the game, you get hit by it, you go boof, and you go back a little bit. Dead rocks, they have a vortex that just sucks you in. Fall too. I mean, at this point, honestly, you are approaching the hour 40 mark again in a top 32 match where you know the skill of your opponent.
Did Leyra check the pedestal?
No. I suspect this is going to be a blind gamble of sorts.
Hey, Fatalis. Why do you call him Trinex?
I don't know. I think they just put some Scrabble letters into a bag. Hold a bunch of them out. Unless it's because he's got 3 necks.
Oh, no, it's because that's what his mom named him.
Oh, well, that's really cute.
Kyong takes care of Trinex's mother's baby boy.
Of course, there are not 2 X Scrabble tiles, so I think my theory's kind of out.
They're just playing 2 games of Scrabble.
Oh. Well, yeah, a blank tile can be an X, but it doesn't have an X on it, and it's not worth X points. So I don't call... You know, we're playing Rando. This isn't Scrabble. This isn't Scrabble.
Come for the Rando, stay for the Scrabble facts.
Ugh. All right. So, we got a nothing from our good friend Trinex.
Kyong's going to check out the green pendant. And get a nothing.
Another nothing. So yeah, that those boots are hiding behind the mirror somewhere.
Lyra skipped Laser Bridge. Which happens to be the correct play.
Interesting.
You know, that's going to make this a bit closer. Well, no. Players still got to do Meyer. So, never mind.
I gotta wonder if Kyong does purple chest after this. Or just goes straight into swamp.
I would imagine he would do the world tour. Going towards swamp. Your purple chest. You get the mirror check. You got the Bombos tablet.
I'm not even watching this. He just pulled the mirror off the pedestal.
Yep.
Yep, it was there. Good stuff.
Yeah, no, Kyong's totally gonna go get go do the world tour.
Yeah, this it makes sense. Like you're heading, you take the purple chest.
We'll have the Grove Ledge as well.
Yeah, that makes sense too. It's just a bunch of stuff that you can do on the way to Swamp Palace, so why not? Just do it. I mean, I know why not.
By the way, I'm advocating that we call that Grove Ledge instead of South of Grove or Cave 43 or something. He's skipping the chest. Oh no, he's gonna get the frog. He never got the frog.
Yeah, I guess to save a tiny little bit of time over Leyra happening to be able to mirror. So Leyra's turning in that green pendant first.
Kyong did as well.
Yeah. Just going there before Meyer. Regardless of the fact that Meyer is the play, sort of.
I apologize, it's Cave 45.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of caves, so.
There's a lot of caves. That's why I'm going to call it Grove Ledge.
Wow. Rude to old man. It's not very friendly. Alright, yes, this is that Meyer play. Hop in there, get your 2 garbage items. Kill the pile of eyeballs.
Lyra's gonna check all of. Well, Lyra's kind of gonna wind up having to check all of Meyer because the big key's on vanilla spot.
You know what my favorite part about all of this is? Is that by the end of this, we got 4 swords, we got red mail, we got your fully upgraded shield, we got all 4 bottles, also 2 of them were bees. We got everything, and we will get everything except for the bug net. There will be no reason to go back for that bug net. This is not going to happen. Sorry, everybody.
Nope.
This game is...
The boots! The boots!
This game is...
Alright, we're in go mode, everybody! We don't have to do all of Swamp Palace.
There was a time I thought I understood this game.
Oh my god, those boots were available for so long.
Yeah, they're just... You just go get your mitts. Good stuff. All right.
Alright, no need to do left side, no need to do anything but get to the boss.
Woof. So we were saying before, you know, we might not get to go mode Swamp Palace. Well, that dream's dead.
That's more like a nightmare.
I mean, you know, I have two good things to say about this seed because, you know, Mom always said if you can't say something nice, something, I don't know. Anyway, we did get to go mode Swamp Palace, which was great. Also, we found 2 bees.
Yeah, this seed is fun.
I kind of want to get the ROM for this one. Just, you know, just keep it in my back
accomplish
pocket.
that one. I think we can get that.
Just keep it in my back pocket, just in case. You know.
In case you're new to Randomizer, by the way, Go mode means that you have every item you need to finish the game. At this point, all you need to do is do the physical execution of finishing the Crystal Dungeons and Gan's Tower and Gen.
Chop that anti-fairy. He knows what he did. You know what else is nice about this seed? We didn't have to triple dip Turtle Rock. Boy, that was good.
That is some good execution from Kyong. That was a great artist.
That was fantastic. That was a solid random mode second phase. Just plop that silver arrow right into the big eye.
Alright, on to desert.
Yeah, again, we don't really know.
And I'm gonna start.
Not really anything interesting here.
No, I'm gonna start setting this up now. So, once we get to Moldorm, I'm gonna begin with the Gan's Tower Big Key guessing game. There are 22 chests in Gan's Tower. After you see the start, please enter a number between 1 and 22. That will enter your guess to see where the big key is in Lower Gan's Tower. If you have subscribed or you have donated 250 bits and you win, you'll be entered on a leaderboard.
So, you know, we're not starting the game yet.
No, right, we're at Moldorm.
We're
yet.
You know, you can put numbers into the chat. They won't do anything. They'll just be numbers.
Wait till I start it. Just saying that because this is going to be a very quick dungeon.
Yeah. Just letting you know in case you want to get your whatever in now.
Yes.
So you can do the game. Yeah, Landmolus. This is I don't have any brain left.
Don't blink because Landmills are going to be dead real fast.
Yep. With silver arrows, they disappear pretty quickly.
Alright, we're off with the game.
Okay, well, in we go, I guess. So we'll stop the game whenever we get to the front of Ganon's tower. Of course, it's Kyong's screen that we're going to be watching, partially because Leyra's still got to find those boots. I would suspect is going to Swamp Palace first. The fact that those boots were... Oh my goodness. Oh no! Oh, maybe just misfluted? Possibly. Yeah, misfluted. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, heading straight to Swamp. This, and I keep stressing this, but I'll stress it again, is a top 32 match that might not end up being sub 2.
It almost, yeah, it almost definitely won't wind up a sub 2.
Yeah. This unfortunately is going to be a full clear of Swamp for Leyra, or possibly something approaching a full clear. We'll see whether or not the left side gets looked at. On the other hand, we know that there is nothing here.
Okay, we'll be stopping it once he enters the basement.
Alright, so moment of truth. Nope. Also nope.
Alright, we're done. Worth guessing.
We've got a right side gamble here. I mean, really at this point it's not going to be a gamble in Kyong's case, so we'll say it's a right side play. We've only seen 2 chests so far, but
This is a pretty typical route.
yeah, you find a key over there. Go take a peek. We got 3, we got 4. It's not over here.
Vanilla small key. Goodbye, Bob.
Right.
In case you're wondering, there is a sprite glitch that occurs if you don't get that torch later on. We call that sprite glitch, Bob.
8 is no. 9 is no. 10 is a no. There we go. 11.
That would be number 11.
Yep, 11. So, congratulations.
Julicent.
You are our winner for today. That would appear to be your 8th win, so congratulations.
I always happen to guess of 1. I've only seen 1 happen once, and it was literally on game 3 of the secondary finals.
Oh wow!
In fall.
I prefer 15 because of how often being the vanilla big key chest. It'll be in there someday.
I just like it when it's one.
Yeah,
Can't go
it
through the
certainly makes
gauntlet.
this easy.
Not having too much trouble with it.
I think that that 11 plus the right side play certainly cinched this as definitely not a sub 2. There is
There's too much to go.
there's no way on earth. Like, you could be the greatest in the world at this. 4 minutes to get from Moldorm to... Sorry, not Moldorm?
A task couldn't do it. Not in glitchless.
Oh, yeah. Task can do anything if it believes in itself. No, 4 minutes to get to the top of here and kill Ganon. Get through all 4 phases of Ganon. It is not going to happen. This is a legitimate top 32, high-ranking, 2-hour seed.
And here's the thing, I don't know how Kyong could have done this too much faster.
No, that was like... It was a PED seed with a double dip required in Turtle Rock. No boots until right at the end. Like, you could have made a like, who wants to do purple chest when you don't have the mirror? Who's doing that?
Unless you're going down to... No, there's no reason to, because you wouldn't be going down the swamp. Like, maybe if you're going to desert?
It's just a, like...
That's something you only really do out of desperation.
No.
No problem with the Moldorm.
Saying no to that Moldorm 2 chests.
Just realized I called the boss in Desert Palace the Moldorms. Those are Lamolas.
Yeah, I just called Landmo 2 Moldorm 2.
Yep.
So, like...
This seed is doing stuff to us.
Look, they're all worms with bulbous bodies that wiggle around. You know. Look, they had like 3 ideas for bosses in this game. Like, all right, we're gonna have wormy things. It's just rough. It's rough that those boots are there. It's so ridiculous. Feels bad.
Well, Kyong taking care of Randomizer 2, I believe that was a 1-1-1-1-2. Yep. Some not great positioning for Aga2 there.
All right, here you go, Kyong. You got 1 minute to take down again.
No. There's no way.
Oh, man. This is just ridiculous. Just my head. I mean, he's setting up for this as if he's got tempered sword, but managing it with butter. I mean, with butter, you just slice through this guy.
You know, he might have a shot. He double doubles.
Now, those are some really, really good teleports.
It's a torch glitch. It's a double.
Yeah, the fanfare takes more than 10 seconds, fortunately.
Yeah, there's a bit of walking. Yeah, he's gonna just miss 2 hours.
Yeah. Wow. 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 Oh. Good gracious. Well, GG to Kyong. Please get your GGs in chat because that was madness.
That is an official speed race time of 2 hours and 16 seconds.
Leyra's gonna get those boots.
Nope, that's a lie. It's 2 hours and 0.16 seconds.
Oh wow, really?
Yep.
Huh. Those timers.
Those 2 hours? No, 2 hours 16. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, I'm looking at the clock again. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Okay.
Yeah, Leyra's picked up those boots and forfeited. I mean, the forfeit makes sense. It's like, you know, you.
All right, we're gonna pull Kyong in for an interview now. Kyong, hello! Congratulations on your big win.
Hey, I'm not sure. I should be so happy after that.
That was a seed.
Yeah, I haven't gone no virtual hours in that donkey since in a good while.
Yeah, we were. That was exhausting.
Yep. I mean, everything was so perfectly placed in the way to. So you would check that as the last possible location, very close to that.
Yeah. How are you feeling after that hype cave, though?
That was pretty nice, although I was kind of regretting when I went to all the Skullwoods and T-Town area, because after all those items, I think there couldn't be another thing around there, but... And then we had to do everything, so it doesn't really matter much.
So were you feeling behind at all this whole time, or you just feel like this was 100% seed and I'm doing basically as fast as I could possibly be going?
I think it's most of the calls that would have to be done in the seed. I think it's pretty hard to happen, so I don't think I wasn't like thinking, oh, he definitely went to catfish right away, right? Because who would do that, right?
No.
So in the end, I wasn't feeling that bad, no.
So yeah, you're up 1-0.
Yeah, how are you feeling going into the second race?
Yep.
I mean, well, it's definitely the start I wanted. We'll see. I was talking with Leyra on our race room, and we're hoping the next one isn't like this. We think the odds are pretty good on the next one being better, but you'll never know.
I would definitely take a look at the VOD of this race, because this race wound up being pretty fun to call, at least from my end.
It got really silly. Like after Hype Cave, there was a half hour of just nothing, and then after that, it got really silly.
Yep.
Anyway, congratulations on making it out of the first race alive. That was rough. Well, when is I should double check here. When is the
It's tomorrow.
Yes, okay. So
It's tomorrow same time.
tomorrow same time we have another race set up. Be sure to come around and watch that, because that is hopefully, can't promise this as much of a ridiculous seed, but hopefully it'll be something of a nail biter.
That's also not our only game tomorrow. We have 2:30 p.m. Bwayne vs. Gerdo. And then on 7 p.m. we're gonna have an Elminster RTA versus Zelda Dissin. Zelda Dissin, I can speak. That will be a double header at least. And 9:30 p.m. LeyraGG versus Kyong92 on Speed Gaming 2.
Yes, indeed.
Lyra is not available for an interview at this time, so I think we're going to start wrapping up. Unless you have chat has any other questions for Kyong. We'll say Kyong, the chat is very much appreciating this run.
Yeah, this was a fun watch, if nothing. Good gracious.
I'm glad, at least.
Alright, guys. I want to give a big thanks to both of our runners. Please give them a follow. It'd be LeyraGG and twitch.tv/Kyong92. Also want to give a huge thank you once again to our tracker, Merc249. Make sure you give him a follow as well.
Pleasure as always.
50th race for him. And what a race it was.
Yep. Fantastic staple of this community.
Absolutely. Humongous thank you. Also a big thank you to the smooth stylings of Fantalis.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Well, you know, huge shout out to you as well. It's been a fantastic race to commentate. I don't think I would want to play this one specifically, but it's been a pleasure commenting with you.
Absolutely. There will be a VOD of this race both on the Twitch channel, and I'm fairly certain this will wind up in the YouTube channel, though don't quote me on that. YouTube/Speed Gaming. It'll take a little bit of time. The Twitch VOD will go up right away. Remember, we have our live event in September, on September 20th and 23rd in Reston, Virginia. As well as we are going to have in the fall a large open mode tournament. Signups are coming in the coming months. I think it's the signups are going to start in late July, August or so. Stay tuned for that.
Yes, indeed.
All right.
166. How did that wind up being a 166? What? I'm done. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much, everybody, and have a good night.
Absolutely. Not at all.